I'm John Diamond from ekit.
And Andrew McDonald from ekit.
And what brings you to PhoCusWright 2008?
We're here launching ekit's travel journal, which is a new service which we've just released in addition to the other broad range of services which we provide to travellers. The ekit travel journal is essentially an automatic journal which creates entries for the traveller during their travels without them having to do anything. So it's a very different service because it works in any handset. You don't need to have a high-end handset with GPS or data services, but this service essentially enables the traveller to keep in contact with family and friends via the travel journal and the automatic entries that are updated to the journal.
And how does that differ from, say, using Facebook or some other kind of, existing kind of service?
Our service is designed very much with, I guess, the traveller in mind who isn't a blogger, a regular blogger today. There's obviously millions of travellers who don't have their own blogger. If they're an irregular blogger. And so what we're finding is a wide variety of people. So people in their 60s, 50s, even young people are using our service basically to create this automatic travel journal and do so to allow them to communicate with family and friends at home. We've also got feeds into popular social networking sites and have more in the pipeline. So we have feeds to Twitter, Fire Eagle, and Atom feeds in place as today, and we'll shortly have open social and Facebook feeds as well.
But probably a couple of the key things are the traveller doesn't have to do anything. Unlike Facebook, you've got to go in and enter whatever information you like. With the travel journal, your location is posted automatically. Any text which you send overseas are automatically geotagged, so we're able to determine the location from any text that you're able to do. So there's really very little which the end customer has to do to be able to stay in contact. And certainly we're keen to work with more of the sort of the third-party social networking sites to be able to provide some relevant tools. For example, we could be creating an automatic map that gets embedded into a Facebook application and some of the other applications that we think are relevant for travellers.
Sounds like a really sexy product, but tell us about the revenue model. How are you making money?
Well, we make the money from the communication services which we share with our travel partners. So every time a call is made, a text is sent, or data is used, we're hoping that is being driven by the travel journal, and that's what we're actually observing. We're seeing probably a 10% increase in the type of activity that a customer would normally have whilst they're travelling, all through the travel journal. And we share that revenue with our travel partners.
So it's a pretty simple sort of telecommunications business of making money off calling and text activity, but what we're finding is the travel journal is driving much more communication between home and between the traveller, as they share the travel experience.
Since about the year 2000, every year has supposedly been the year of the mobile internet, the mobile web. Is that now? Is that 2008? Is that 2009?
I think so. I think we're very much approaching, particularly with the handset devices we're seeing today with the iPhone, etc. It's allowing fantastic interaction whilst people are on the road. And we're trying to fill the gap for lower end devices as well, because a lot of people don't have, as of today, the fancy devices. There's, they're becoming more and more popular, and they will in the future be omnipresent in terms of their use. But we're trying to satisfy market need at all levels.
So one of the really key things is that when you're roaming, if you want to use data services, it's incredibly expensive and it's difficult to control because you actually don't know how much data you're consuming and you don't know what the cost is per megabyte depending what network you're on and what country you're in. Whereas ekit actually offers a prepaid data service so that it essentially just behaves like a normal prepaid account and you actually then can control how much data you're using. So we're hoping that with a prepaid data plan, it'll make people much more likely to be able to use their data services because they know that they won't come home to a $3,000 bill, of which we've seen a great deal of talk about in the press. People have done that.
Thank you very much, guys. That was really cool.